As you all are aware,
Menteri katana tourism ubak polling do ha kakat nyaw trik risau uloong baka jingpynheh ya kakat lingsun Shillong Airport kan long ka jingpynkylla dur ka bakrau ha ka bai dei bat ki kam jngohkai perthei ha ka Jylla. Kat kum ka jingsngau ka jong uloong bahaduk kumbala hajar ngut ki samla kin yok kam yok jam ling ba ka kam kamai kali. Habakren Shakila Pathai Kubor ubak pol uloong baka sorkar kala thau ya ke komiti balakli da director katana tourism haka bala penlong ru ya ke jinge mir jingmun na kapor syakapor bat baru ki kinhuan ke badan benta haki kam jngohkai perthei.
remember the president
Ngalawan ya shimbenta da ladi hi haki arteli ki jingelang bat ya kendu hi kinhuan beper ki badan benta haki kam jngohkai perthei. Ka jingpynheh ya kakat lingsun kan long ka jingpynkylla ka bakrau. Hadin baka ni kala urlong ka jingpynya so ka jongi ling baki surok bat ha kalit kawan na ki surok kan saduna shibun bat kumju ringkat ka jingpynyar ya ka jingtre kam jong katanan ngin sadon ha ka dongrim banla ban ai kam ai jam ya ki samla amduna ya ka lai hajar ngun ha ki kam kamai kali ulaong. Nalor kata uni menteri upun benaru basyan katanat kan sakot ya keren ya ki kinhuan beper ki badan benta penyat ya ki kam jngohkai perthei. Ngin sedang ling ba ki san pongut ki kena samla ki ban long ka benta ban yalam lenti ai jingtem batru ki ban mi khmat ya kadur khmat ka Meghalaya haba phasha ka jingpynya dei ba ki nongwan jngohkai perthei ha ka Jylla. Ha ka bas dangin bu ikini ki kinhuan ha sora yam bat ha Shillong ula benram. Ha bakali halor kimat balara da kawai ka seng tourist taxi ubak pol ulaong baka komiti kan saya kendu iki lasha ka sngi khat pratarik. Kabaar pilai iya ka jingpen pau jigi kinhuan beper kilapan kesan da kabaong ba pimla ban khanglat iki kali tourist na kawai pat ka Jylla bakin wan sha Meghalaya kila kran shai bha halor kani. Omdei baka sorkar kabaong ya kani henrei de ki kinhuan beper ki balapan pau. Haba penpau ya kani ngin ha ban phai khmat shaladi kata ya rukam a jing shakri ka bangidan kam banang penpha shu ka rukam jinglong jang ki brio ka riam ka ban ka jingbang por bat ki wei ha ka perthei jong ka jingya be ki brio ki dan yikilat banjit nalor kata ngidan ka jingduna hadu kumbalai hajar sanspa teligi kali ki bakit ya ki brio sha Meghalaya ong menteri. Ubak pol ulaong ru baka yam kan sakala longshen ka jaka jngohkai ka bahe bat ka bat nembha. Shu ulaong ka circuit ka bangidang perkan mentang gidon ha ka jingpen kre ban yok jaka. Ya ka jaka la ashangi kumba laispa akar da ka MEECL lingba katanat boarding. Kumju ru ya ka lum neru pa kabalan ha katanat forest lapan kala sya katanat tourism. Baru kawai ka jaka haki benta ka thany yam kan long ka jaka jngohkai perthei ka ba kongsan hadin bala pendap ya baru kini ki kam.
tourism is growing by leap and bounds, and we are happy to share with you that although there are some naysayers, although there are some negative voices, people who look at things objectively and without any bias will see that this sector and the efforts of the department are yielding fruits. So, briefly, as you might know, the Cherry Blossom Festival is taking place on the 15th and the 16th of November, where renowned international artists like Akon, Bonnie M, Lucas, some rappers, and as well as state artists and local performers and bands are going to be part of Cherry Blossom 2024. Also, for the first time, we are introducing the MMA, which will have fighters coming from countries like Thailand and Philippines to compete with national players as well as local players from Meghalaya. The Lit Fest, which is primarily about literature and literary activities, is scheduled for the 18th and the 19th of November. And we already have got the confirmation that authors like Shobade and Jerry Pinto will be part of this year's Lit Fest. We will also be launching Bakan Hamnom Country's latest book, which will help to showcase and highlight Meghalaya's writers on a larger platform. So I have come across certain remarks and observations that Meghalaya being a poor state, how does it spend so much on these festivals and activities? I would like to make this very clear, lucid statement that in fact, what people think is wasting or spending is actually investment in the tourism sector. Tomorrow, for instance, I'm visiting Kinshi, which is under Mauthat Rashan constituency, which by dint of being having huge tourism potential is getting a road project of rupees 2 crores sanctioned. It means that tourism brings along with it certain developmental growth of the local areas, including improvement of the road network. Most people miss is the fact that we are branding Meghalaya as a major and the ultimate tourist destination of the country. A fact that has been repeatedly acknowledged when we have events like the Union Tourism Minister, the MOS, and 18 other states have participated in the tourism conclave, which was held in Shillong just a couple of months back. Now, when you talk about that are the tangible economic benefits that come to Meghalaya. For instance, let's take just the case of the GST, which is 18%. GST of 18% is paid by everybody who is involved in the hospitality industry. It is paid by those who are in the transport sector. It boosts the local economy, and on any day that we have major footfalls of visitors to Meghalaya, the collection of GST goes up by roughly 3.5 crores per day. Now, government of Meghalaya is investing. We are investing a total amount of 5 crores in the Cherry Blossom Festival. The government of Nagaland invests roughly about 10 crores in their Hornbill Festival, which is double the amount that we are investing. But look at the tangible economic returns that come to the state. Just the GST itself, which is 18% and is paid by the hospitality sector, the transport sector, it adds up to 3.5 crores per day, depending on the footfalls that we expect. The excise duty itself, VAT is 30%, excise duty is 15%. And on a single day, and please bear in mind that these festivals are mainly focused on the arrival of tourists, domestic and international, to take part in these festivals. Now, for the first time ever, the government of Japan has come forward to partner with the government of Meghalaya in the Cherry Blossom Festival, meaning that it is an opening for an exchange at various levels with the government of Japan. And we will also be having sumo wrestlers and various exponents of arts and music of Japan. So that itself is a huge tangible dividend for Meghalaya. Then if you look at the footfalls, even a footfall of 15,000, which is a conservative figure, if there are 15,000 attendees from outside Meghalaya and they end up paying a room tariff of 5,000 rupees per room, that itself adds up to 7.5 crores in a day. So I would like to very clearly state here that we are knowledgeable about what we are doing. We are focused. We know that the state stands to gain. We know that the local economy stands to gain. Everybody up to the Kong selling kwai on a roadside stands to benefit when there is a huge footfall in these festivals. But it is not the festivals per se that we ultimately put our stress on. These festivals only help us in branding Meghalaya as a destination which has a lot of USPs: nature, culture, music, climate, cuisine being some of the USPs. So I would like to reiterate that government is on the right track, and the way things are moving, we should be able to see that before 2028, not less than 40% of the total population of Meghalaya will be directly involved in the tourism industry. I am fully aware of the situation. I have said this in the past as well, that unless you have good roads, it is not only tourists who will not like to visit those destinations, but even locals will find it difficult to fly and visit even their own villages. That being the concern, I've cited this example of Kinshi, where because of poor connectivity, I have made sure that we first get the government to agree to improve their roads, which is why a sanction of 2 crores has been set apart for that particular road leading to the Kinshi tourism project. Circuit that we have contemplated, we are now in the process of acquiring land. The land is being transferred to us, about 300 acres by the MEECL through the power department. Also, the Loam Nehru Park, which is with the forest department, is being transferred to the tourism department. The entire area in and around Umyam will be a major tourist hub once all these activities are completed. You will be aware of this, that the High Court is in our doorsteps. You can't do things which will be questioned by the court at any point of time. So we will fully cease of these concerns. We would like to work in a framework where the concern for the environment, for our water bodies, is in sync with what we do to push tourism as a sector. As we speak, the committee headed by the director has been holding regular consultations with all stakeholders. I have already personally attended 2 conclaves and met various stakeholders in the tourism sector. The expansion of the airport will be a major game changer. Once that happens, our dependence on road connectivity and the road sector and transportation by road will be reduced. And also, with the expansion of the activities of the department, we will be in a position to provide employment to not less than 3,000 more youths in the transport sector. Also, we will shortly be engaging tourist bodies. We will begin with 50 youths who will be part of the process of guiding, giving information, and generally representing the face of Meghalaya when it comes to dealing with visitors to the state. So we will, at the initial stage, we will be having these tourist bodies at Sora, Umyam, and Shillong. See, if we talk of a solution in terms of the issues raised by this association, the government constituted committee is meeting them tomorrow. First. Second, you will have seen the reactions of various stakeholders. They have been empathic in saying, you can't disallow transporters from another state from entering Meghalaya. They have been very clear. It's not the government saying it, it is the various stakeholders who have said it. Having said that, we also have to look at ourselves, the quality of service that we need to improve, the language, the behavior, the dress code, the punctuality. Now we can't, in a competitive world, people have choices. Therefore, we cannot make these secondary. They have to be fundamentals as you embrace that particular trade or profession. So that apart, in an open economy, let me say this again, that we on any given day are short by roughly 3,500 vehicles ferrying people to Meghalaya.